What's the most creative way you've seen someone skate out of duty? Private Jackson was a genius. Not the kind who fixes computers or solves equations. The kind who could find loopholes in any regulation you threw at him. We were stationed in Germany, pulling endless guard duty rotations. 4 hours on, 8 off, repeat forever. Jackson hated it. Called it mind-numbing torture designed by sadists. One morning, he shows up to formation wearing thick black glasses. Thick as Coke bottles. Could barely see his own feet. Stumbled into 3 people just walking to the duty roster. What happened to your eyes? Sergeant Miller asked. Developed sudden onset myopia, Sergeant. Can't see past 10 feet. Might be brain tumor related. Medical appointment scheduled immediately. Jackson disappeared for 6 hours of tests. Came back with a profile limiting him to desk duty only. No guard towers, no perimeter patrol, no weapons handling. For 2 weeks, Jackson filed paperwork while we froze our asses off on midnight watch. He'd wave at us through the orderly room window typing reports with his nose practically touching the keyboard. Then Murphy from 2nd Platoon got suspicious. Caught Jackson at the base PX, reading price tags on candy bars from 15 feet away. No glasses in sight. Thought you were blind as a bat? Jackson panicked. These are special military contacts. Classified technology. Can't discuss it. Murphy wasn't buying it. Started following Jackson around. Caught him playing basketball behind the barracks, making 3-pointers like Steph Curry, still claiming he needed magnifying glasses to read. The investigation started quietly. Medical records reviewed. Turns out Jackson had been faking eye tests for weeks. Memorized the charts, gave wrong answers on purpose, even learned to dilate his own pupils using drops from the internet. But here's where Jackson's genius really showed. When confronted, he didn't deny anything. Instead, he claimed the whole thing was a psychological experiment for his college psychology degree. I wanted to study how authority figures respond to perceived disability, he explained to the captain with a straight face. It's research for my thesis on military bureaucracy and medical exemptions. Captain didn't know whether to court-martial him or nominate him for academic achievement. Jackson had documentation for everything. Research proposal, study methodology, even consent forms he'd tried to get people to sign. The medical staff was furious. They'd wasted hundreds of dollars on unnecessary tests. Neurologist had scheduled him for brain scans. Ophthalmologist ordered custom lenses. But Jackson's research angle made it complicated. Was he malingering or conducting legitimate academic study? Command couldn't decide. The compromise was brilliant in its stupidity. Jackson got 30 days extra duty for fraudulent medical claims, but he also got permission to continue his research under supervision. His new assignment? Writing a comprehensive report on military medical procedures and their potential for abuse. Basically, they made him document exactly how he'd fooled them. Jackson spent the next month interviewing soldiers about medical profiles, researching regulation loopholes, and analyzing the system he'd exploited. His final report was 80 pages long. Command was so impressed they sent it to the Pentagon. Jackson's academic research exposed flaws in medical screening that saved the military thousands of dollars in fraudulent claims. He got commended for innovative thinking and analytical skills. The same creativity that helped him skip guard duty earned him early promotion to specialist. The irony wasn't lost on anyone. Jackson had gamed the system so effectively that fixing the system became his new job. He ended up in military intelligence, finding weaknesses in security protocols. Years later, Jackson became a civilian contractor for the Defense Department. His specialty? Testing military systems for vulnerabilities and abuse potential. Last I heard, he was making 6 figures helping the Pentagon prevent exactly the kind of scams he used to pull. The military turned his greatest weakness into their greatest asset. Sometimes the best way to catch a thief is to hire one, and sometimes the most creative rule breakers make the best rule makers. Jackson never pulled guard duty again, not because he was skating, but because his talents were better used elsewhere. The system learned to work with his creativity instead of against it.